Hi guys, this is Donna with Love Rocks, and we have got a great video for you today. This is my Highland cows. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe and like so that you will get weekly videos of what I'm painting. Also, if you comment under this video, you will be in the drawing for one of these rocks. So please subscribe, like, and comment for this video. Okay, let's get started. So several weeks ago, my sister came to me and asked me if I could try doing a Highland cow. She's got little cows, and I did not think that I could do it. So I told her, yeah, I'll try. And so I started the first cow and thinking, oh my goodness, this thing is really gonna, look like an ugly dog when I get done. And so I worked through it, and it wound up turning out fairly well. So that is why there is a second rock, because I did not video the first one. So I went ahead and videoed the second one, which is this one that we're doing now. And that will be the rock that we are going to do the drawing for. So, I wish that I had had a little larger rock for this, but if you can tell, this is only about maybe a 2.5 by 2 inch rock. It's pretty small. When I do the next one, I definitely will put it on a little larger rock. But they turned out pretty cute. These little guys, it definitely pushed my boundaries. But once I got the hang of it, it was much easier. And that's something that I want to tell you guys. You do not have to master something the very first time that you try it. So please don't ever not try something because you think you're not going to master it. I have painted completely over rocks several times because I just couldn't make something look the way I wanted it to. And I think I even put on one of the groups that I'm on, these are rocks. If you make a mistake, you toss it in the yard and you get another rock. Please don't ever not try because you think you're going to fail. So if you don't take anything else from this video, please take that from this video. Just try it. I mean, the worst that can happen is that you spend about 2 hours of your time enjoying something, maybe a little bit frustrating, and maybe 60 cents worth of paint, and you did not master it. So then you toss that rock outside, or even better, paint over it and do another one. And that is how we learn. I would never have thought that I could do a Highland cow if I hadn't have tried it. And believe me, I did not think that I could do this. So my other sister asked me if I could do a donkey for her. So I attempted the donkey. That one did turn out to be an ugly dog. So definitely something that I'm going to have to try again and see if I can get that down just right. I will say I probably will do more cows. They were really fun to do. So I hope you guys take the chance. Again, remember, the only thing you're putting into this, less than $1 worth of paint and a couple hours of your time and a rock that you can either paint over or you can throw out in the yard. And just enjoy it. Find something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone and work on it. Now, I do not work on difficult ones all the time. A lot of times I'm doing my hiding rocks. And so for the last 2 days, I will tell you, I've been working on rocks that I can hide. I wanted to replenish them. After our vacation between Christmas and New Year's, we had taken out about 60 rocks. And so I was down to 1 or 2 rocks to hide. So I've started doing those. And we've been painting so many things for Christmas that I tend to swing the other direction. I've kind of been doing some stuff that's more lighthearted and light colored, more springy. I might be pushing that a little bit fast, but that's kind of the things that I worked on this week. I will probably work on some Valentine stuff here in the next couple of days. I'll switch over, but definitely my videos will be some more intricate things that you can't just find anywhere. It may even be originals. I like to do most of my stuff that I get, well, actually, everything that I've put out on videos have been originals. It's been something that I've kind of made up in my head and worked on. So I hope you enjoy this. And I also have a Facebook group. We do some things on that group that's a little bit different than everything else. And it's just under Love Rocks Painting Group. So please drop by there and jump into that group as well. It's just one more spot that you can find some different things that we're doing, some different things that we're some of the different games that we're playing. Having people look for some of the rocks and talking about people that are just starting in painting rocks. So I really want that group to become an area where brand new painters can go and get information. I don't care what group I'm on. That's the one thing that I hear consistently. I can't find this or I can't find that. Well, a lot of times it's hard to do that in these larger groups. You'll get 100 different opinions. And I will tell you, the way I learned, or the way that I finally came to the conclusion of things that I liked, I tried them all. I always tell people, when you're starting out, get cheap paints. You want acrylic paints. You can go and buy at just about any store that carries craft supplies. You can get folk art paints. They're inexpensive. You can get them in sets. You can get several different colors in a set. It's very inexpensive, and you can get started. I usually get the small detail brushes. Also, you can get those at just about any craft store. And I want to say a set of, 8 or 10 will cost you about anywhere from $6 to $8. I would not get expensive ones. I would get the most inexpensive ones you can get. Don't get the plastic bristle if you can. Try to find something that's got a little more of a synthetic bristle, but almost a hair-like bristle. They're softer, they're easier to use. And then your rocks, you can order those from Amazon, or you can pick them up yourself. If you pick them up, of course, be respectful of where you're getting them. Don't pick them up out of people's yards or businesses that are going to get upset with you. There's even some national parks that you cannot take rocks from. So just kind of be observant of what the rules are in your area, and then get your rocks that way. And then start painting and do anything that you can think of. Pinterest has got a lot of really great ideas. I do a lot of things off of coloring books. I've got coloring books that I look at, and that can give me some ideas, especially for my hiding rocks. I like to have something simple that's just nice and fun and got a positive message to it. And so that's another good place that you can get ideas. I don't ever get upset if somebody copies one of mine, because I think that everybody puts their own spin on everything. So, to get upset because somebody copies what you're doing, I think is absolutely ridiculous. So, anyways, I'm hoping that you're still with us and you're still sticking in there. In several videos back, I had talked about having an Etsy store, and the biggest reason for us to have something like that would be I get a lot of people asking about consignments, and also all of the rocks that we give away. It can be difficult at times to get everything organized, and running it through a store face, whether it be Etsy, Shopify, whatever, can simplify it a little bit and keep it organized. I think that I've said before, my husband works full time. I work part time, as well as we have got a large construction project going on in our house right now on 3 different rooms. And so, with all of that being said, sometimes, especially with the holidays that just went through our lives here in the last couple of months, things can get unorganized. And I would like to be able to run something through a storefront so that I've got things there that are automated. I can get emails back out to people, and I can let them know what's going on, and we can make sure and not miss anybody. I think that's my biggest fear, is that I've promised something to somebody and then I've missed it. So we're still working on that. Initially, we were going to go through Etsy after looking at their contract and, what we would have to do, how much they would take from us to use their storefront and everything. I don't think it's a good match for us. It's probably great for somebody who does a large volume, but for a small volume, I think that we would need to go through some other company. And there's a lot of options out there. So just know that within the next month or so, you're probably going to be hearing from us that we are going to have a storefront. I don't right this moment know what that is, but it will come, and I'll make sure and put it out there. Now, I've probably mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. We have a Facebook group, Love Rocks Painting Group. It's on Facebook, and everything that we do goes through that. That's where I post all my videos. If you don't subscribe, you'll get notified through that group that they're coming up. If we are traveling and we're going to be hiding rocks in certain states, I always put it on that group so that they know where we're at and where we're going, so people can look for those rocks. If I find really good buys on things, such as rocks, painting supplies, I find something really great for showing off your rocks, I will post it there on that Facebook group. So if you have a chance, please, it doesn't cost a thing. It's a completely open forum. Right now, it is open to the public, and you don't have to do anything but go right on and become a member. I'm probably going to make it private at some point, but right now it's small enough that I haven't had any problems, and I'm leaving it open to the public. So please get on that and become a member so that you get more information through that forum also. We should have, now that the new year is right around the corner, literally, we should have about one video for sure every single week, but I really want to try to do 2. My commitment is 1, but in the back of my head, I'm trying to do 2 a week. I do that much painting, and I might as well video it while I'm doing it. The only thing that slows me down, honestly, is doing the editing. When I do one of these videos, as soon as I get done and put it together, it's usually a 2-hour video. And then I've got to go through and clean up all the areas that are slow or don't really need to be videoed for 15 minutes working on a nose, or whatever it is. And I'll edit all that out, and then I'll take out any background noise, and then I'll go ahead and do my voiceover for it. But that is what usually slows me down, is trying to do that. And of course, we also have a personal life, and so I would like to do 2 videos a week, but hang in there knowing that for sure there will be 1, for sure, every single week. Please, when you comment on this video to be in the drawing for the cow rock, please, one of the comments that I would love to see is people's ideas of things that I can paint. I have a few ideas. My family gives me a ton of ideas, but I'd like to hear from people out there as well. So anybody who has ideas, use that as your comment to get into the drawing. Tell me what it is you would like to see on the videos, and we will, we'll pull those out, and who knows, maybe I'll do 2 rocks, and whosever idea it was, I can give them that first rock, and then the second rock I'll give out in a drawing after the video. So there's, sky's the limits. But yeah, give me some ideas. I would love to hear what people like. Again, if you give me something that's going to be difficult, I'll probably try it. And if it, my saying is, if it turns out to look like an ugly dog, I'll send it to you and say, okay, let's try something else. So please just send me some comments. I want to see what you've got. And on the Facebook page, show us some of your stuff. I would love to see other people's stuff. I get tired of just seeing mine. So when you get on my Facebook page, show me what you're working on. I would be really interested in seeing that. Gosh, what else do we have for the new year? One of my goals for 2023 is to really just grow this group, and grow my YouTube channel, grow my Facebook page, and see how many people I can get to start painting rocks. When I went in to mail out, I think I mailed out 11 rocks or 10 rocks, I don't know. And when I went in to mail those out, because I had a bunch that needed to go out to people, I was talking to the postmistress, and she said, oh my gosh, I've seen this and I've heard about it, but I've never really met anybody who does it. And so I try to keep a rock in my pocket any chance I get. And I happen to have one in my pocket, and so I handed it to her and I said, it's on the back of it, it's got our Facebook page. And I said, get on our Facebook page and just enjoy the rocks. And I said, and please paint a rock one day. Like, it's so much fun and there's no stress. So I hope that can be my goal and my drive for 2023. I would love to see more people painting rocks. It is enjoyable for the person doing it, but I really think it's enjoyable for the person receiving it. I think they get super excited when they find them. So anyways, those are the things that I want to do for 2023. I'd love to hear from you guys. Please, again, if you get on the Facebook page, let me know what your guys' goals are for 2023. I know that 2022 was a rough year for people, and 2020 was a rough year for people. So I'm just hoping that 2023 is a little bit easier on everybody's soul than we've had for the last couple of years. And I hope that people are able to embrace the blessings, and maybe not dwell so much on the negative. There's been a lot of negative and things that we don't have any control of at all. So I hope that people find peace and love, and are able to embrace some happiness in the coming year. So this little guy, as you can tell, he's just starting to really take shape. I kind of overworked his hair for a while there, not having done this but just one other time. It took a little bit of time to figure out where I wanted those darks and where I wanted those lights for the hair. But this is a great example of things not turning out the first time that you do it. And if you watch any of my videos, if I put a color down, or I put a shading down, or I put a highlighting down that I don't like, I go on to a different part of the rock, and when that piece dries, I go back to it and I paint over it. And I will tell you, there's been times that I've painted over things 4, 5, 6 times trying to get it the way I want it. The gnomes. I do a lot of gnomes, and a lot of times I don't get the nose exactly the way I want it because, with a gnome, the nose is the centerpiece of the entire painting, and the beard. And so if you don't get that right, if you don't get that to where you like it, it throws the whole thing off. And so I've painted over a gnome nose so many times that I've actually put a bead of water on it. You can use water or you can use rubbing alcohol, either one. And I've scratched it off because it's gotten so thick. It's like, starting to be a 3D painting here. And so I've scratched it off and started again. So please, we all do it. And so I guess that's what I want people to understand is when you watch videos of some of these people painting and it looks like they just, oh my goodness, they just put that line on, it was perfect, and they went on and they just did this perfect video, this perfect picture, and no mistakes were ever made. Know that that is not correct. The areas that they messed up on, that they over painted, underpainted, got the wrong color, made a mistake, made something too wide or too narrow, they stopped the video or they edited the video out and moved on. So you just don't see that error. Well, guys, we're at the end, and these little guys were a lot of fun. I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, and please subscribe and like and comment at the bottom of this video so that you can be in the drawing for one of these rocks. And come back and see us weekly. We're going to have more, and there's going to be some really, really exciting things happening in 2023 with this channel. We're going to have a lot of new stuff out there that I think everybody's going to enjoy, and I'm hoping that we'll have it all lined out and ready to go within the next couple of weeks so we can announce it. So come back, check us out, and again, subscribe, like, and please, please leave a comment so that we can get you in the drawing. If you haven't become a member of our Facebook group, it's Facebook group Love Rocks Painting Group. And that'll also be in the description. And with that group, you'll get a lot of firsthand information before it gets out to anybody else. So I wish you the best, and I will see you again in another week. Have a safe New Year's. Bye-bye.